Hi Taurus, this is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading for my Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Cross watchers, you're always welcome. Today, I'm going to ask our spirit guides what's next in love for you, what is coming your way, what is the energy that's around you. So let's call in our guides. Let's see what loving messages they have for you. Spirit, I call upon you. What is that you want my Taurus to know today? What is it that you need them to hear? I am listening for you now. I have contemplation. I'm thinking about you. Okay. I'm giving a lot of thought to the situation is how I feel. It's somebody who you've either kind of opened the door to the possibility. It could be somebody that you are definitely wondering, is this going to be more? So you've got them wondering, okay? I'm going to say it that way, okay? It's almost like, who are you and where did you just come from? So I would say you've caught their attention, okay? And I think they're trying to figure you out, is how it's coming into me. So let's see what your cards are saying. So you've got somebody's energy you grab their attention, breaking free. Okay, the freedom to decide, right? We all have that freedom. It's this sense of nothing's holding me back. And unless they're saying a reason to hold back. But if they have any strings attached, then obviously they've got to break free from that to be in this connection. So for anybody who's, you're talking to them and they're like, well, it's complicated, or I've got a situationship, I'm going to say run fast, because that person can't handle what they have already, let alone start something new. So I would say if they haven't broken free, I would walk away. You're just getting into a bee's nest. You really are. I don't care how attracted you are to that person. It's always a mess. Communication. I feel like I have to ask up front, are you attached to anybody? Are you have anything else going on that I should be aware of? And the only answer that's appropriate is somebody saying, I'm single, I'm not attached to anybody, I'm available, I'm looking for a relationship, so that you know what you're getting into. As soon as somebody starts to talk about, it's complicated, but I'm available. You know what? You're right. It's complicated. And now you would be the new, an additional complication, right? So you just don't need that. So you want to make sure they're available. Like it maybe Spirit's kind of putting up a red flag for somebody, like who's this person thinking about you and are there strings attached? So maybe we just need to kind of get that answered before we go any further. I have a 7 of Swords. I have a 5 of Swords. I have a Justice card. Okay. I have a 9 of Cups. The person who says I'm separated from my wife, but I haven't filed for divorce, and you say, how long have you been separated? And they say 10 years. Okay. That person is never going to get divorced. They're staying married for legal reasons or money issues or a house or benefits or something like that. So you're getting into a situation where this person is not going to change for you. So be careful with that. Also, this feeling of the person who isn't upfront with you with, I don't want to get into all that right now. I'm not ready to kind of talk about it. I've got other relationship. I've got another relationship, but I don't want to get into the nitty gritty of it. It's a walk away situation. There's a protect yourself energy happening here. Protect yourself with, I want happiness, and I'm looking for somebody who I don't need complicated is how it's coming into me. So for some reason, somebody needs to hear this today. Just a reminder of before you even start, like don't start it if it's going down the path of what am I getting into, right? Because it's going to take away your peace of mind. Let me focus on this 9 of Cups, 10 of Cups that are jumping out at me, because you're telling yourself that I want peace, I want happiness, I want joy, I want to be emotionally fulfilled. Somebody who's in another relationship with strings attached can't provide an emotional stability to you. I don't care what they say to you. They're not available. Okay, that's the bottom line. So this is somebody who wants to be in your life that is available. I feel like you have a choice to make. You know, it's door A, door B. Maybe one person you know you're wild about, you're crazy about. You wish that they weren't in a situation. You wish there wasn't something else going on. They're not good enough for you is how I feel. So you want to make sure we have that availability, clean slate, however you want to say it. I've got a high priestess. You deserve more is how that high priestess. It's like my soul is telling me that I deserve more. I deserve somebody who I'm it. I'm focused. I'm the only one. I'm the only person in your life. Queen of Cups, absolutely. So the only answer that you want to hear from somebody is that they're completely available. They're single. They're not married and thinking about a divorce. You know, they're not living with somebody, but they sleep on the couch. Bullshit. You know, trust your BS radar. I've got an Emperor. This, you know, if an Emperor is meant to come into your life, if somebody who's strong and courageous, they're saying, somebody who sees you for who you are, somebody who sees this loving, gorgeous queen saying you deserve to be loved and I'm the person who wants to love you, then that person should be only thinking about you. You are on a pedestal, Spirit just said. So this person's putting you on a pedestal. You're the only one energy coming in. So there's a sense of I've got to walk away. There's a feeling of walking away from a taboo situation. Okay. You know, whether it's third party, walking away from somebody who approaches you and says, you know, all the right things, but in the big picture of life, it's too toxic for you. It's got too many moving parts and pieces. It just doesn't make sense to you when you think about it. So I'm going to say just trust your own judgment in that case, because you'll know better what's best for your higher self and future self. Be really smart with what you're getting into. Spirit, please share with me this 10 of Cups, this Queen of Cups, this loving energy that we want. I have individuality. Yeah, I'm going to go with this sense of you're the only one. Okay, there's no one like you. All right, there's it almost came in, this is like a lionfish, I think. It came into me almost like a zebra for some reason. A zebra has like a fingerprint. No two zebras have the same stripes, even though they all look alike. But when you look closer, they all have a unique pattern, like a fingerprint. We do too. So there's no one like you, and that's what you have to offer. They can go and find somebody else that they can put in a situationship, but you only have you to take care of. So you're going to do the best for you first. I have abandonment. Yeah, the person who's in a situation ship wants something else or is trying to try something new while they're still in a relationship is only going to abandon somebody, whether it's you or them. Okay. So I'm not signing up for that. I feel like Spirit's trying to warn somebody. So somebody could be getting approached by the wrong person right now, and we want to be more aware. I have seahorses, family. Trust your family. Okay. Trust that, it involves not just you, it involves other people. And trust this feeling of we're all in it together. So whoever this person is that comes in with the loving energy, this Emperor, the Queen of Cups, the Ten of Cups, this person becomes your family. Okay. This person is somebody that you want as part of your family. Okay. So that feels good. And they're saying bottom of the deck, abundance and trust. I'm going to go with these two also because it's, I've got this reef of abundance. So there's lots going on. There's lots of different things coming into you. And then I have these penguins and I have this loving, trusting energy. So I want to be with somebody I can trust. I don't feel like you can be with somebody who is hurting somebody else while they're starting something with you in a very trusting way. So those are difficult choices. So right now I feel like I do want to be in a trusting, loving, and again, this looks like a family to me. So I need to think about my family. For those of you that have children, there's more at stake here, Spirit's saying. So there's something going on just around you, okay, that your energy, that, what are the risks for you? So something like that. People are pretty smooth. There's some smooth talkers out there. We want the person who is saying all the right things and doing all the right things, but it's legit, but it's for real. I have an 8 of Swords. I'm going to guard myself. You are, for some reason right now, not always, but for today. I have an 8 of Pentacles. I have a 4 of Pentacles, security. I want to make sure that I'm guarded. I want to make sure before the new beginning. I do feel that. I feel like I'm going to protect myself first. And there could be a definite reason you're doing that. Or it could be Spirit's just saying in this particular situation, because before the person who you're meant to be with, there could be somebody that comes along and is trying to grab your energy and trying to convince you that, all will work out, things. So be careful, I feel. I have an 8 of Pentacles and I have this beautiful Fool. So I do feel like with effort, I feel that somebody who puts in the time and effort, somebody who shows up, somebody who is going to be there to build something. Yes, we can build a life together, but I can't build a life with somebody with all kinds of strings attached and I don't know what's going to happen next. And there's always something going on with them and some other person, like you just... Here's judgment. I mean, this is really what your reading is all about today, is just the judgment card, like what is best for you and being a good judge of character and being able to discern, people's intentions. Okay. What are the intentions towards you? So use that knowledge that you have, that the difference between right and wrong for you. Okay. I'm not judging anybody. I'm just saying that what works for you and what doesn't work for you, and can you trust this person, with what they're saying? Spirit, please share with me. I want to know about this new beginning and some feelings. I'm manifesting more money and eventually for us. I have severe childhood traumas, a little bit of I feel like I'm walking on thin ice, okay, with somebody. So I want to be careful with that. Like, what is this childhood trauma? They have, real issues, something like that. Let's see. I'm sending you telepathic messages. So do we have a soulmate out there? Do we have somebody that is trying to come into your energy? You know, there's this feeling of overall right now saying no to somebody and saying yes to somebody. Okay. So for some of you, it could be a choice within a very short period of time, which could be a little confusing for you. But you'll choose wisely. You'll know who's supposed to be in your life and who's not. Temptations are my weakness, and I always give in. Is somebody just trying to seduce you? That's really what's going on here. Is somebody saying all the right things, but behind the scenes, there's too much going on. You know, there's just too much. It's not in the real world. How is it ever going to work out? And then, you know, on the other side, somebody else comes in and they have more to offer, or they're available, or they're saying, I have no strings attached. I dream about you every night. I love it when you make me chase you. Okay, so we could have somebody that wants to chase you. There you go. Even though we're not together, I still have feelings for you. Let's go to a party and turn up. I feel like there's somebody who I could have a lot of fun with, but it's a little bit of like playing with fire. Okay. Be careful. Like, you know, walk away from this kind of toxic or taboo situation, and, you know, hold your head up high. Definitely there's more at stake for you, you know, and there's something better for you is really the message. Let's see. I send you messages through music. Have you been noticing any lyrics lately? Listen to some love songs, whether somebody's in your life or not. You know, if it, you know, just things that make you feel good about yourself, things that make you feel like, yeah, this is what love should feel like. I do want somebody to love me. I do want somebody to respect me. Bottom of the deck. Can you feel my energy? I reach out to you often. So somebody who really wants to be with you is going to definitely reach out to you. Be consistent. You'll know where you stand with them. They really, really like you, Spirit saying, you know, and then you've got this other energy who's, I'm going to say, seductive and, I don't know, what are their intentions is really the question. And the reality is you just have to ask yourself, you know, what's in it for me? Or what is the big picture here? Like, is this really ever going to go anywhere would be the best question to ask. And I think you'll know the answer. You know, once you ask that question, you'll know the answer to what you should do. But, you know, sometimes the devil comes at us, and if there is temptation out there, I'm going to say the waiting is going to be worth it, because the second choice is going to be what you want. You know, it's just when you're in it, it's just so confusing. So something is happening around some of you, but I'm going to say you're going to have a choice coming. Okay. So we might have to walk away. They're saying walk away from the taboo and walk towards the loving energy. Okay, so we're going to put that out there. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you always for your comments. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, please visit my website, KathyMamolen, psychicmedium.com. And I will see you all again real soon.